another glorious day, my tea sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your crumpets together because it's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling. And hello. What's going on? Hello to all of my tea sippers, my crumpet dunkers, my tea brewers. Oh, Lord, I'm out of breath. My pot stirrers and my tea leaf readers. Honey, what is your tea? What's your tea, darlings? It's another glorious day, and I know you have all of your crumpets together because, darlings, it's time to dish tea, and you are dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat. What's up, babies? What's up? Whew, child. Listen, I'm a little rushed because I am literally walking in the door, okay? The College Park Skyhawks had a game tonight, and we went to the game, okay? Nikki and myself. And honey, baby, we thought we had this thing in a pinch. Baby, we was living. This was a really good game because the College Park Skyhawks was playing my hometown. They're playing Motor City. What is the Motor City's name? And I got to get their name because I keep calling them Motor City. Detroit's G League. G League team. Okay. This is basketball. They know that. Oh, Lord. I'm trying to get the name of the G League team. But that's who we were playing. The Motor City Cruise. That's it. They were playing the Motor City Cruise. And my darling, when I tell you, we went into overtime, honey. We went into overtime. And we lost by 3 points. And I'm telling you, we could have had this game. We had wonderful shots that we just missed the shots. And then the other team was goaltending, so I thought. And it wasn't called and carried on. And this is just regular H2O, honey. So, but that's where we were. So we done got up in here. I had pinned the show to start at 10 o'clock this evening because I knew that it was going to be a time, right? And I knew we weren't going to get out there at 9 o'clock. I mean, for us to be here by 9 o'clock because usually the games are like 2 hours that started at 7. So I'm like, okay, cutesy. And blah, 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 blah. So we are here. And that there is everything. So now we're going to get into today's show. Why are you in the comments, mister? Okay. And things of that nature. That's Big Red over there, okay, in the comments and things, okay. Dishing tea and pots and things, honey, okay. The pot stirrers. Okay, we got Amy. Hey, baby, what's going on? The princess is in here. Hey, y'all. Ha-ha. Jojo, what's going on? Hey, darlings, how are you doing? Okay, E Grooves is up in here. Hello there, darling. Miss Emily, honey. Michael is up in here. Good evening. Rode is up in here. Hey, Rode, what's your tea? Okay. So, yeah, so we have a number of things that we're going to get into this evening. And, yes, darling, we are going to. It's going to be. This is going to be a lovely old show. Because this is our first show to kick off Black History Month, and we have some things that came down the pipeline, y'all. You know, as far as Black history is concerned, okay. And did you just put the finger up at me? You know what? Fuck you back, nigga. Okay. um, we just had some things that came down the pipeline, honey, that I am going to, expound upon and get into a couple of things. But I'm looking for this video. I thought I had posted it on. No, this might be it. I think I just found it. I'm hoping this is it. No, this ain't the. I want the video. It was supposed to be on my Facebook page, but I went to go and see if it was here, and it is not, because I was going to share it, or at least try to download it to play up in here. But what we're going to get into today, how many of y'all have heard about India ARIE? India ARIE is asking and basically saying, no, take my music down off of Spotify. Okay. And we're going to get into that, honey, because she breaks out something that I think is going to be absolutely beneficial to everyone here. And I thought I shared this damn thing on my, oh, I did. Here it is. No, that's not it. Where in the hell? Oh, you know what, Facebook? Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. It was on someone else's page, and I went to go and share it. And I shared it to my wall, and it's not here on my wall. Maybe I did. Hold on. Hopefully, this is it. No. Anyway, while I'm trying to find this, we're going to get into that. Did y'all see my my Big Meech moment? Because we're going to talk about the whole Whoopi Goldberg thing. And yeah, this is going to be something, because I have a few things about why she was suspended, and I'm really not having the whole idea. I'm just having a whole complete problem with what she said. I've been asking the question about Jewish culture and carrying on, because a lot of folks are saying that she said something wrong and carrying on. But yeah, I want to see what was wrong about it. Maybe you did not like what she said, but we're trying to understand what was wrong about it. Because when it comes down to race issues and things of that nature, we did not know. I never known that Jewish was considered to be a race. It's always been a religion to me. And then upon my investigation, it was said that the Germans had declared Jewish people to be a race of people. So this was self-proclaimed by them. Okay. And so if after all this time, if this is not what this is, then why have the Jewish people not done anything about that to correct it after all this time? You understand? Those have been some things that I've been trying to understand about this for the longest time, not the longest time, but since all this had come into play, I've been wanting to get an answer for this, because this is not making sense. Okay. It's not making sense to anyone. Okay. But those who may have been involved in it. So we're going to get all off into that. There's a couple other things that I have done, but I'm sitting up here scrolling. If y'all see me, my face looking all scrunched and carrying on, it's because I thought I had this damn video together, but it is not showing up. So I'm gonna have to go around and find this particular clip. I really want to play the video versus reading it, because what I have found is I found an article that is written about what she says, but I want to do this in her own words. Okay. I want the video. Shit. Okay. But nonetheless, this is what it is. Okay. Oh, excuse me. But let's get into it. Nick, are you ready? Let me come and see, because I'm sitting up here trying to get this thing together. Let me get you in. What's going on? All right.
Hello, people.
What's happening? What's happening? What's
I was
happening?
just trying to tell you that I can help a little bit when it comes to the whoopee thing. Whenever we get to that, just let me know when we're ready to start that. Where are we starting?
We are going to start. Well, since let's do that, because you can get into this. Let me preface by saying this. During the Big Meech moment, I sat up there and I wanted to make it absolutely clear that in no way, shape, style, form, or fashion is anything that I'm saying is going to negate anything that these children have done. We know that the Holocaust was real. We know that all that had happened, all the heinous crimes that carried on that we have happened to see, and that has been documented via films and carried on. We have seen that, and we know it to be true. Okay. So nothing that is coming out of my mouth is ever saying that it is unreal. It never happened, because that there is foolish for anybody to believe that. Okay, especially with all the documentation that it has. But I'm gonna tell you what pisses me off about why this is so that way right now. And I said this before. On the very first day of Black History Month, we had to be preempted. Okay, and had to have Jewish culture come in to give us a reprimand, if you will, or some kind of education on why this was considered to be a race based upon Whoopi's comments. Now, Whoopi's comments, I found that to be, I didn't find it to be derogatory. What she said was that the Holocaust was not about race, it was about inhumane treatment from that human beings do to one another. And she said because it was two different, it was these folks were white and these folks were white, and it was two different, white against white. Okay, and that's what she said.
Listen,
But
can I jump in real quick?
hold on, let me finish this. I'm gonna let you have it. Apparently it was the children had got upset about that and said, no, this was a race thing and blah, 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 blah. And Whoopi's idea was, she said, in this country, when we talk about race, it's always been skin color. She says, when it comes down to skin color, we don't know if you're Jewish or not, because your skin is your skin tone. Okay, even the fact that nobody would know if you are Jewish until they did more research to find out about your name or whatever the case may be. But looking at you, nobody can tell. And that's what she was with this, as far as it being a race thing. Okay. She was then corrected, she came on the next day and said, okay, I apologize because I did not mean for this to have an adverse effect or for this to upset people. Okay. However, she said, I have been educated because this is a race crime, because the Germans have made the Jewish people to be a race. They called them a race of people. And so it is, since, that has made this a race issue. Okay. And she stood corrected. Right. So, okay, cute. Well, now, we got into this cancel culture and everybody, well, okay, cancel her, she needs to be fired, blah, 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 blah. And et cetera, et cetera. And what you say, Michael, sometimes the nose give it away, but you could say that about the Italians, because I know Italians are different from white folks because their skin is darker. They have
It's olive like color almost.
the Italians are not white. However, here's the part that
Neither
gets
are real Jewish people.
hello, but here's the part that gets me, and what gets me is this. Now, all of a sudden, it's a race thing. We have been sitting up here saying in this goddamn country that race issues matter. Everything about the makeup of this country, the DNA of the United States, is all about racial issues. And now that Black folks have been saying this, the Jewish folks have never come to our aid and our rescue in numbers to say, yeah, you're right, this is a race thing. Now, all of a sudden, if somebody says something against you, or you believe
every time. See, when McKenna talked about it, y'all want to cancel every fucking thing about him.
Everybody want to sit there and say, "Oh no, this is not true," and it's like, no, and so it's like, wait a minute, now this is race. All this time we've been saying that this country has been fucked up over race, and now all of a sudden you want to talk about this is a race thing, and so now you got Blacks and Jewish folks knocking heads about race, and it don't need to be, because hell, we in this same boat. We in the fucking same boat. And just like the clip, I love this clip. Did you put this on your Instagram? When Phyllis Yvonne Stickney was on the Phil Donahue show?
I remember that. I remember watching that.
I do too. And it still floors me.
Came across, I had to.
It still floors me because I'm gonna find that clip. It floors me because she told the children there. It was a whole big thing. You know, I don't know why everybody wants to compare oppression. Why is it that we have to compare oppression? Listen, oppression is fucking oppression. The semantics that we've dealt with it are different because of who we are. Blacks dealt with oppression differently because of the circumstances. Jewish dealt with circumstances differently. You know, alphabet children dealt with it differently. Women dealt with it differently. Fat folks deal with it differently. Oppression is oppression is oppression. Okay? So now, here we are. Why are we bumping heads on something? And what I felt was a slap in the face was the idea that now you got to come and say, did you got to school me and educate me as if I know nothing about what racism is? And I'm like, wait a minute, bitch, hold up. How fucking dare you come to me as a Black person in this country and tell me what racism is and is not? I'll beat your ass. I feel like Miss Thing from JoJo dancing. I'll beat your ass. I'll beat your ass. Okay. Because it's like, no, why? Because there's no need for us to bump heads like that. And because I don't know the culture of the Jewish culture, I've been asking for someone to educate us on what the hell it is, because we as Black folks need to know, and y'all need to learn us as well, so that we're not Black against Jews fighting about who's been oppressed the worst. Because here's the other thing. The child came on The View to give WHOOPI the education thing. And he's like, well, that would, it's only been 70 years. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I looked it up. It said from 1940 to 1945. So we're talking about 80 years ago now. Okay. 80 years ago. Okay. So 80 years is what we've been dealing with as far as, how all of this had come into play in this, that, and other, and all of the horrificness. And okay. But you go compare 80 years to 400?
Listen, if you guys just say the word Jewish, ish. What does ish mean?
Okay, right. Okay. Right. Similar.
First of all, Jews, they weren't even called that in the Old Testament. They were Israelites. That means they came from Egypt. They came from Israel. The race comes from Israel, comes from Egypt. It comes from the Middle East. Now, I do know that they did, of course, they did migrate out and were in Germany. What Hitler and them did was some fucked up shit. It was some fucked up shit. But understand this. Jewish is not a race. It's not. If it was, when you fill out a fucking application, do it ask you if you Jewish?
I was gonna say the same thing because it ain't never on there as a race.
If you black, if you Hispanic, if you Pacific, what are
Islander, yeah, right.
Pacific, they do not ask you if you Italian, if you Greek,
right,
if you Egyptian. If you only thing about African American is they'll put African American, and sometimes I guess it might be African on it because if somebody white born in Africa, they're gonna have to pick African, right?
Okay, right.
So no, so I don't think she didn't say anything wrong. Whoopi Goldberg has been an ally of the Jewish community for a very long time. That is why she took the stage name Goldberg. That's not her damn name.
Right. How about
she
that?
She has been an ally of them for the longest time. Here's my problem with it all. Every time, and even if they do misspeak about something that has to do with the damn Holocaust, the whole world shut the fuck down.
Right.
Everything stops. Records getting scratched. All kinds of shit. This is some bullshit. You don't never want us to forget the fucking Holocaust, but you want us to forget about every fucking thing that you did to us. This is the shit that pisses me off. And now Whoopi stands to lose what, almost $900,000 for the couple days that she suspended. Did you know that?
At what they started off saying it was 192,000, but I think it went up since then. Yeah,
that is some bullshit. Because it wasn't like she was on there ranting and raving like, "Oh, nobody want to hear about that." She didn't do that. All she said was it wasn't a racial thing. You are not a race, because if Jewish people were a race, it would be on the goddamn paper. Y'all check off Caucasian like every fucking other white person.
Right. And that's my part, okay? Because they benefit from it. In this country, they benefit from all of that because, like we said, nobody knows that unless we understand linguistics about last names and where names come from and this, that, and the other. Unless you wear your yarmulke and things, because a lot of them, still wear. Nobody could just look at you and tell.
And more than likely, they're not wearing it on Fridays and Saturdays. You might be going straight to temple on Friday night. Like my sister and them probably in service right now. This is the thing. I don't understand how, like, our government is still taking care of them for what happened to them somewhere else.
Right. Right.
But then you turn around and tell us we begging if somebody say something about reparations. Okay. How? What? Because it was way bigger than Whoopi saying it wasn't about that. They thing was about it wasn't about race.
Right.
And that we're fighting for the color of our skin. Yes, you guys, the Jewish people who survived the Holocaust and everything, that was some terrible shit. That was some fucked up shit. But guess what? Germany ain't got no motherfucking statues of Hitler and shit all up and around.
How about that? How about that?
Nothing about what happened there is glorified. The way y'all want to fight us about every fucking thing, about all those fucking slave masters and all them people that y'all got monuments of all over the place. They ain't never got to see that when they go there.
Right.
But we gotta look at it every day and being told, don't worry about that. That wasn't us. That wasn't. Somebody brought up a good question. And they said, it's nothing wrong with having, your Caucasian friends or whatever who are totally not racist. They have nothing to do with none of that stuff. But have you ever had a conversation with them about what their grandparents was doing? Or what their great-grandparents was doing? No, you didn't do it. But have you ever had that conversation? Because at the end of the day, if we don't have conversations with our elders, we have no clue to who we are and what happened to us.
Right.
I had a man from Ghana before say to me, I was talking to him and I was saying how I wanted to do the African ancestry thing. And he said, I don't know why people be wanting to do that. Like, what does it matter? I said, you know your whole lineage though, right? Most of us don't know that or get to know it.
Right.
We don't know where we from.
Right.
We don't know past maybe the great grandma unless they were people who kept well documented records and stuff. Everybody don't have that. The fact that there are so many white people, and this is facts, that are holding writings and history that belong to us that will tell us exactly who we are for certain people, and they keep it. They do them little secret auctions and shit like that, you know, with the books that they made of our skin and all of that.
Yeah.
But then the whole world is in an uproar because somebody simply said it wasn't a racial thing.
Right.
It was one set of people, but they were still white.
Right.
Those people were white. They didn't even look like the original Israelites. That's why y'all got the ones on the corners. Y'all know I don't like saying this, but I be saying they be dressed up like Power Rangers. But that's why they out there hollering and screaming. I don't think that's the right way to go about it. Let me just say that. But trying to explain to people that no, there's no way in the world you could be from any of those tribes of Judah. See, the thing is Judaism. Y'all walking around talking about Jewish. Jewish is to be like a Jew.
Like something. Right. So, right.
You know, because as far as I'm concerned, she didn't say nothing bad about what happened to y'all. She ain't one of them people that say, oh, that shit didn't happen, that shit didn't matter. She didn't do that.
No, and what she said was it was evil.
It was.
What happened, she said, we're talking about inhumane behavior from one human to another. It was evil. It was deplorable.
You know how we talk about there are certain places down here in the South that you go to and you can feel the spirits of the slaves, right? But if you've never experienced it, baby,
girl,
it's some shit that'll go through your soul and fuck your whole life up if you don't know how to center yourself and be prepared for them ancestors to come through you. That time when we went, at one time when we went and we got out and start picking cotton, me and Keisha couldn't do nothing but cry. I mean, me and my daughter just start crying. And the shit was just, we picked it, got stuck like 1 or 2 times. It was doing that from sun up to sundown every day. If you had a mean ass master every day, maybe he had a good one and he let you off on Sundays. Nobody's taking away from what happened to those people, but they making a big ass deal about somebody. I don't think she misspoke, so I'm not going to keep saying that. But in their opinion, she misspoke.
Right.
That's their opinion. But you tell me why does that fine? How?
I said, and that's how they feel, and that's fine.
Right, and that's fine. But tell me why the whole world got to shut down.
Exactly.
You feel like that.
You can't help how you feel, but you can help how you respond to those feelings. Okay, and that's fine. But now, you know, and see, in Whoopi's case, you know, a lot of the folks that want to cancel her right now are the folks that don't like her anyway. So, you know, this just became one of those Achilles heel moments. And for me, it just, I say, listen, and I said this in the moment. It's time. If you are not what they say you are, why haven't in these 70 years you've tried to correct that? Because y'all sit there and telling us about using the word nigger, how we call ourselves nigger. How you doing that? And that's so offensive. How, if you being a race is so offensive and then your oppressor gave you that, why have you not started to educate the folks to say, no, this is not what this is? Where are those particular trainings and teachings and this, that, and the other? Also, I look at it from this particular point as well. In that same time of not educating ourselves, y'all get on us by saying that we have a religion that was given to us by our oppressor, because Christianity is given to us. Okay, the whole idea
given to us and not in its entirety.
Okay, right. And that's the other thing. It's not given to us in the realness of it. It was given to us in bits and pieces. The religion that black folks know in this country that's supposed to be Christianity was given to us by our oppressor. So if that's what that is, have y'all held on to your identity as race from your oppressor because you didn't want to fight it, or is it too much ingrained into what you know in order for you to do anything about it? Because like I said, you can't tell black folks about Jesus now. Because see, because even this conversation to say that this is an oppressive religion, this religion was given to us by our slave master. Okay, it upsets folks to talk about it. Okay, because
it had people like us believing that we were supposed to suffer,
right?
Because of only the parts they gave to us. You know, it's like you'll get your reward in heaven. Bitch, you ain't never been there. How you know?
Right. So, in that, it's a touchy situation because see, a lot of folks whose roots, and I'm one of them. My roots in Christianity, I'm a progressive Christian. I'm not a traditional Christian anymore. In fact, I don't even like the word Christianity or Christian now, because we have had so many things done in the name of Christianity, to where hell.
Everybody in the Ku Klux Klan a Christian too.
The slave masters were Christian. Okay.
The Ku Klux Klan is their stance, their bylaws, or whatever the hell they want to call them, on how they get it done, is about them being Christian.
You sure enough. And so because of that there is, but the principles of what Jesus stands for, the principles of the Christ, is what I stand by and what I believe in my heart and care. But belief is subjective. So if this is if belief is subjective and your faith is what you are, as far as what makes you Jewish and this, that, and the other, then why have you not fought to sit down there and stand on your faith? Okay. Why have you not?
I would quit. And I would sue ABC ass.
And I'm
with a Jewish lawyer now.
So with that, I'm just understanding that, and that it took me a minute, because I've been stewing with this and stewing with it and stewing with it, and then when the lady, because the new president of ABC is a black woman. And she decided to suspend WHOOPI for 2 weeks. And then the comment that she made was, oh, well, we want to give her time to reflect upon what she said and the impact of her. I said, reflect.
So we're getting chastised as black people again.
Right.
From another black person.
Exactly. And that, see, yeah.
Y'all can miss me with that Uncle Ruckus bullshit.
And that got me. That was a slap in the mouth. That was a slap in the face to me.
I would quit. I would just quit.
We're gonna ask you to. I don't. No. See, but here's the thing. I don't think quitting is the answer. Okay, I don't think quitting is the answer. I think what needs to happen is it's a difficult conversation, and this is something that needs to be explored. And The View is the perfect show to do it.
Yeah, but it still seems like they're gonna be censoring. Would be okay as a black woman when she talk about shit that they wanted to talk about.
Okay.
When she get all up in the, when it's good for the ratings with what was her name? When is McCain's daughter still on there?
No, she's gone.
Okay, because I don't watch The View. I will watch it when something, when they say something good is going to happen on it, I'll watch it then, but I don't regularly watch it. So whenever they want that good controversy, that good black-white controversy, that good black-white Democrat-Republican controversy, it's okay for WHOOPI to... But now she's having a simple conversation. She wasn't even coming at nobody. She wasn't trying... Man...
Exactly.
It's the same shit. And then what I feel like the slap in the face is this little bullshit ass 28 days that y'all like to give us. And this is where this is happening.
Okay.
Because baby, let me explain something to y'all. I am black 365 days a motherfucking year. I'm going to celebrate me and every motherfucker that look like me 365 days a year. So Black History Month, it's cute. But it don't make or break me, honey. I'm gonna be black. If you check all my posts and stuff everywhere, I might throw some funny shit, but you can damn sure see all the black shit that I post.
Okay.
This shit is just, it's weird to me. It's weird, and I feel like it's unfair.
Okay.
Because every time a black person says something about a Jewish situation, then the whole world go to that. They did it to Nick Cannon. They done did it to so many other people.
My
And to do it to Whoopi, to me, feels like a super slap in the face because she's been an ally of the Jewish community ever since she came out.
Listen, and here's where this is for me too. And that there is any time that we speak up against our own issues, you know, or any time that we come up against something, or we point something out and say, no, we need to talk about this, or no, we need to look at this, or whatever. We get shot down. We always said that, oh, here y'all go throwing the race card. And see, with us, we always throwing the race card when we talk about.
Yeah, but how come it's not the race card with them?
And how come it's not, exactly until they say, oh no, because and that's, I'm trying to understand it without getting so upset about it, because this is what I need to, you know, this is where the whole do what diddy is, you know.
What's so funny too is white Jewish people will tell black practicing Jewish people that they're not Jewish.
How about that?
Have you read the Old Testament?
Right. That part.
Have you read your Torah? Because Torah is, just for people who don't know, Torah is the first 5 books of the Old Testament. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, and Numbers. That's what Torah is. Apparently, they ain't never read it to tell somebody that look like us that we're not. Show me where you trace your shit back to any tribe of Judah.
Okay.
Show it to me. Because I bet you we got an easier time doing it than you will.
Okay.
Because last time I checked, white people ain't sprout up over there.
How about that?
We were there. We were the same ones, because this is the thing. You got to take all of it. You got to take the good and the bad. You know, when God was telling everybody, you hard head, stiff neck, never listening people.
Well,
I'm going to scatter you to the 4 corners of the earth. When he scattered us to the 4 corners of the earth, people looked like us.
Okay.
So, although, like we say over and over again, that was a horrible thing. Hitler was a horrible man. Like, that had to be a complete. Listen, I don't understand the way, and I worked in mental health for a long ass time. That motherfucker was straight up crazy. Because he wanted an Aryan nation of blonde hair, blue eyed people, and that motherfucker wasn't blonde hair or blue eyed.
And that's where it comes from. So all of you who said that y'all hear the word Aryan nation and carrying on, that's where it starts.
That's where it started.
Started over there, and the thing of it is,
Aryan nation
that gets it is that Hitler was neither one of them. He wasn't tall.
Well, I said he had blonde hair or blue eyes. He had dark brown ass hair and dark brown ass eyes.
Right, and somebody that little munchkin had risen to that kind of power to where he was trying to create an entire race of people, which is why this became a whole do-I-diddy. Okay, so you want to talk about the caucasity of it?
Come on.
Okay, if you want to talk about the caucasity of it all.
Yeah, because what happened to them was some horrible shit. They put them in gas chambers and shit like that.
And here's
how many years? About 80 years ago, right?
Right. And here's something that I
want about 2 years. It happened for about 2 years because they got rescued because the rest of the world came to their aid. America, United Kingdom, France, everybody came to their aid, right?
Okay.
Ain't nobody coming to our motherfucking aid.
Right.
He was over here killing us, raping us, buck busting, raping the kids, raping the men. You had them working for free. Now you call us lazy because somebody don't want to take that little bullshit ass shit that you try to offer us. Nobody came to rescue us.
Right.
No other countries came. from nowhere to help us, because dumb motherfuckers were so busy trying to get in Africa to be able to steal all the motherfucking natural resources from all the land, from all over that continent.
The whole entire continent, honey, is still the richest continent that we have.
And most of it is colonized by one or another of a European thing.
Yeah.
So think about that for a second. Like me, just let that sit in. They went through what they went through for a couple years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a horrible couple years. Anybody who say that it wasn't, you soulless. I'm just put that out there.
Oh, how about not soulless?
You just a soulless motherfucker. And I know it's a light of you, the caucasity of it all. People ain't got no souls. But a couple years, and no, I don't want to be one of those people that say, "Oh, ours was worse than yours," but it was. But it was this many years, because we got to count. Even when they said we was free, and a whole bunch of us was still slaving it up.
Okay.
You had to run away to be free. You were being hunted down like animals, much like we are today, because they still got them, the sheriffs and shit still got the same badge from the what do they call patty wetters? Patty what?
Right.
Patty robbers. That's what they was first called.
Okay.
They were rescued. We weren't. And we've been oppressed ever since. You were rescued. You came, mostly a lot of y'all came to this country, and this country helped y'all build everything. Yet this same country did 400 years of shit to us and keep acting like we ain't, like they ain't do shit.
Right.
If they can get you straight from what happened in another country, how the fuck you can't make us be right in this country when you did it to us yourself?
Yeah, I would like to say to this gentleman, I would like to say to this gentleman and all other people who are not blessed with melanin at this point in time, to understand that what has happened in our history is that you have been misinformed as much as we have been misinformed. Much of the information that is brought forth, not only from Dr. Muhammad, but other areas, other scholars, are not available to you, as the sister said, in your curriculum that you have for 400 years when you did not allow us to read and write. It was being hidden. Whether you, sir, personally did that or not, it was a legacy that was passed on to you. And I end by saying the Holocaust is simply the greatest atrocity on film. Ours was not filmed.
Every time that just shakes me.
Yeah, and I love that because I want the young kids to understand. Y'all just start talking about the melanin. Did y'all see that was 1994?
Right. Okay.
Y'all didn't come up with
it.
Okay.
Every time I see that clip, it sends me into, I'm like, girl, because she shut that entire show down.
Because you let it be known.
Your Holocaust, yes, was the heinous atrocity on film. Ours wasn't film. And then here's my big point with this is you're trying to compare 80 years to 400.
That's all I kept saying.
And I'm like, baby, and see, this is why what I'm saying, we come in knocking heads. Sweetheart, please. Oppression is oppression is oppression. Why are we sitting up here bumping heads and you trying to say, oh, well, this was, like we trying to get brownie points. You know how folks, how you tell a story and somebody always trying to one up your story?
Yes.
And it has that kind of feel to it. It's like, sweetie, no. It's not about trying to one up the story, honey. We in the same boat. And why won't we take
longer?
Why won't we
just happen to be a little longer
to sit down with one another and have the critical discussions about what happened? We're not sitting up here trying to go point for point and say, oh, this was what happened. We need to go to understand. We need to go to, to the real education is for you to learn the intricacies of what happened.
what
You
I
understand?
just sent you, I still had to research a little bit. But if you can play that, because if anybody knows about this book where this young man got this passage from, I'm going to order this book and read it and do the research to make sure it is credible. But it damn sure caught my eye, and I think it's accurate. I don't know. My opinion is accurate, but I haven't had a chance to study it. But it's something we need to.
Okay, hold on. Um,
Hey guys,
just
so
a
I'm here
second.
with.
No. Okay. I need to share. I'm gonna share this. All right. I'm gonna share screen, y'all. Share screen.
Because I had to put it in I think the link, because I sent it to you. I didn't want to scroll through my TikTok because it would have been way down my thing, but I knew I had it on my Instagram. So
Okay, we'll start that over. Make sure.
Now stop. Have you ever wondered why a race of people call themselves black, aka Negro? Well, out of the many reasons, here's one. Your history books fail to tell you. George Washington, chairman of the Continental Congress of 1774, is documented saying, if we would agree to take the fezes and turbans off the Moors' head and remove the sandals from their feet and enforce it with severe punishment, and also swear a death oath between ourselves to religiously and faithfully not allow anyone to teach the Moorish children whom they really are, or whom their forefathers were, and only allow the Moorish children to be taught that they were truly Negro, black people, and colored folks. George Washington stated that 200 years from today, Moorish people would not know their nationality, nor land or ancestors they descended from. And to make sure this was instilled, there was many laws in place, like this one right here. And that's why we're the only race of people who classifies as a misnomer.
Interesting. When you said that to me earlier,
mm-hmm.
wait a minute. Wait. Okay. You know
I
what?
want to get this book because I know for me it's about the research and making sure that the actual words from the book are credible. He was reading a passage from a book. I've already looked the book up. I forgot the name or whatever. I took a screenshot of the name. I looked it up. I can't get it on Amazon, so I'll probably be getting it within the next couple of days. I just don't know who the author seems to. The author appears he's black, and I believe maybe an Israelite, if I'm not mistaken. So I just want to fact check and see where it actually came from. But it's interesting to hear the way the words were put together.
Yeah, I want to get into, because when I first heard it, it's the language that they're using in that, and we need to do some extensive research on that, because some of the words they're using are not words that would have been used at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like how we take the Bible and the Bible has been updated
and remix it.
And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it has that kind of feel to it. However,
that's why I had put the caption on there. Like, you guys, I have not read this book. I have not done the research, but I am going to. I'm definitely going to, because it doesn't seem like something that's totally made up. But like you said, the language is like, Now you talk about George Washington, so we talk about still back in those times where the Moors were still relevant in other places.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're saying we take the Moors, strip them of all their stuff, and remain the same. Amen.
How things have changed and yet remain the same. Exactly. Okay. Exactly.
This whole thing is just crazy. And like I said, I don't know what's going to come up about the WHOOPI thing. I mean, y'all see my stance on it. I'll be like, fuck y'all, I'm leaving. Because I'm sick of this. It's not like if WHOOPI left today or tomorrow, she was going to be, I mean, she's still going to make money. She ain't never got to work today and not the rest of her damn life. But I am just so tired of the disrespect as a whole, as a people.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just like the disrespect as a whole. Because where is our rescue? Because it's like they jump at any moment for anything to chastise us about like we kids, because they want us to stay in that place, and they're getting scared because that place has been being challenged lately.
Okay. Yeah.
It's being challenged. Like if you believe in that, what goes around comes around. Remember, so many of those centuries ago, we were the superior race. We were at the top, the Moors and all the different kings and kingdoms and beautiful lands and riches and stuff. Now, understand this, because dear hearts, I want y'all to know this. Yes, I love that we love to call each other kings and queens and all kinds of stuff. But everybody couldn't be a king and a queen, okay? It was regular people. I do feel like we can hold our head up as kings and queens and gods and goddesses and all of that stuff. Yes, stand up, take your place because you deserve it. However, it had to be some regular people, okay?
Somewhere.
The kings and the queens wasn't serving the other kings and the queens. So there were regular people, you know. So although I feel like it's an amazing term to lift us up, please understand, yes, we did come from a lot of good stuff, but everybody wasn't at the top of the good stuff. It was always regular people. So if we believe that what goes around comes around, and for however many years the earth needs to turn or whatever for things to come back around, we were in that place before. And y'all know how they like to say, you know, in the churches and in the places of worship, there's a shift in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the shift is coming and they feeling it.
Exactly.
Ooh, what you got?
Exactly. What we finna do this here, we're staying in this whole realm of understanding race relations, but we're gonna jump ship and go over here to India ARIE.
Oh, yeah, because I was reading it while we was at the game. Let's get it.
Okay, we're gonna jump over here to India ARIE, and I want you guys to pay attention to this, okay?
Hey y'all, I want to leave a short message here about why I decided to ask my music be pulled off Spotify. So check this out.
No white people. Says, okay, take me to this one. And the guy goes, okay. I goes, is that in a good neighborhood? He's like, oh, yeah. Guy barely speaks English. He takes us there. We get out and we're giggling. Oh, we're going to see Planet of the Apes. We walk into Planet of the Apes. We walked into Africa, dude. We walked in the door, and there was no white people. Says, okay, take.
I empathize with the people who are leaving for the COVID information. I think that they should. I also think that Joe Rogan has the right to say what he wants to say. I also think that I have the right to say what I want to say. So as an artist who builds. Spotify is built on the back of the music streaming. So they take this money that's built from streaming and they pay this guy $100 million, but they pay us 0.003% of a penny. Just take me off. I don't want to generate money that pays this. Just take me off. That's where I'm at. And I know that I'm actually, to be honest with you, surprised that my statements were picked up, because I thought people weren't really going to listen to me, because that's what I'm used to from the industry. But I'm glad that I am being heard, and for that reason, I want to clarify my statements. Again, this is why.
You know,
the nigger thing.
Yes, saying the word nigger.
I already said nigger.
Saying just like nigger. Saying nigger.
She's calling you a nigger.
Boy, that he's a nigger. Starts calling them niggers. Word nigger. There should be a word like nigger, especially like word nigger. That's our nigger. That's our niggers. He says nigger. Guy, a nigger. And then our niggers start saying nigger. Allowed to use the word nigger. Out the word nigger. See nigger. Word nigger. Say nigger, and he couldn't say nigger. And most nigger.
So we know how social media can be. Things can be doctored. People are taken out of context. It's happened to me many times. However, I want to be clear in no uncertain terms. Where I stand on this is that he shouldn't even be uttering the word. Don't even say it under any context. Don't say it. That's where I stand. It's my right to stand there. I have always stood there. I have other feelings about it, but those are nuances that are not meant for this moment. He shouldn't even be saying it. And so the confluence of energies comes into play here. So now we have this person who is offensive to a lot of people, who's paid $100 million. Spotify, the backbone of Spotify is the music. So you pay the musicians that are the backbone of your business 0.003 to 0.005% of a penny, and you take this money that you generate over here, because all the rest of it goes somewhere. The subscription fees go somewhere. So you take this money that's generated over here and you use it to invest in this guy. Do what you want, but take me off. Or pay me too. And I don't just mean me, I mean us. Artists like me, pay us too. Pay podcasters of color too. So artist relations from Spotify called me yesterday and they asked me what I want, and I've been thinking about this all night. I'm not going to say it all here, but what I want to say to you is something that I already knew, but I want you to know that they said it last night. Most of the streams on Spotify are Black music, but we know that if you're paying attention at all, you understand the role of Black music in this world. So that's a deeper nuance.
Okay. Okay. Now, are there any questions why she said, no, take my music down? For those who were trying to figure out why she said, okay, take me off of Spotify. Okay, take me off of Spotify. She said, I want to be clear. This is the reason why. Now, Joe Rogan, for those of y'all who don't know who he is some kind of comedian. He's been a stand-up comedian of some sort. He has his little podcast that he does, the Joe Rogan Experience, okay? And they say it's currently the top podcast in the United States and in the United Kingdom on Spotify, according to the platform. Okay? Now, he had gotten a lot of backlash recently because of his, what folks have said, he's been spreading misinformation about COVID-19 and et cetera, et cetera. I want to play this clip. I'm not played it at all because I just came across this, but I'm going to share this so that we can have him and his own words about this whole thing with COVID-19, okay? Or whatever this is. Assuming this is the COVID-19 scandal. But yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Come on. Oh, what the hell is this?
Hey, Lily, I need a new wireless plan for my business, but all my employees need something different.
Oh, we can help with that. Okay, imagine this. Your mover, Rob. He's on the scene and needs a plan with a mobile hotspot. We cut to downtown. Your sales rep, Lisa, has to send some files. Like, ASAP.
So basically, I can pick the right plan for each employee.
Yeah, I should have just led with that.
With AT&T Business, you can pick the best plan for each employee and get the best deals on every smartphone.
Joe Rogan has responded to the backlash he has received over the spread of COVID misinformation on his podcast.
If there's anything that I've done that I could do better is have more experts with differing opinions right after I have the controversial ones. My pledge to you is that I will do my best to try to balance out these more controversial viewpoints with other people's perspectives so we can maybe find a better point of view. I don't want to just show the contrary opinion to what the narrative is. I want to show all kinds of opinions.
This comes after several artists pulled their content from Spotify, prompting the platform to add a content advisory warning to any podcast that feature discussion about the pandemic.
Okay. I guess that's the end of that. Okay. So we got a little half-assed. Wait a minute, you muted.
I want to know from the beginning, even about the misinformation about COVID. He talking shit, nigga. You doing all this. Where's the fucking everybody checking his ass? Where is it?
Right. Hello.
Where is it?
This, you know what? I don't know who he is, so this is my first time hearing
I've
of
heard
him.
his name before, but I don't know what he does.
I don't know. I heard about it just recently because he just made headlines. I don't know his podcast, so this is my first time hearing it. When I
he's
saw
the number one podcast on Spotify,
and yeah,
and you would be okay with the people who make your money leaving, and it's okay. That's exactly what we talking about. We still on that same realm with WHOOPI.
Boom.
The conversation happened. She said something that wasn't even nowhere near as bad, but everybody got upset.
Really?
What happened?
Joe Rogan got famous from the show Fear Factor. So was he the host, or was he one of them children eating all that crazy shit? Because you know, Fear Factor was what that show that was a reality show.
Remember?
Yeah.
Where's the accountability?
The host of the show. Oh, he was the host of the show Fear Factor. Okay. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I knew his name. I just didn't know what it was from. So that must be why the name was familiar to me. I watched it a few times. I thought the shit was gross. I don't understand some of that bullshit, but to each his own.
Right.
Where's the accountability? Where's the outcry for him to be suspended? Where's the outcry for him to lose money? Where's the outcry for the sponsors to drop his motherfucking ass?
Just like they did. What was the Don? Who was his child? The one who called the girl nappy head hoes?
Oh, was it Lemon? Don
No.
No.
What is it?
Wait,
what's his name? Because he was also one of the kind of controversial.
He was talking about like one of the Olympic teams or something, right?
Yeah, and they got talking about the girl was a nappy headed hoe and this, that, and the other, was trying to make her funny. And we were like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, like motherfucker, that ain't funny.
That ain't funny. And he you know, and his thing was, you know, he was trying to quote rap lyrics or whatever. Don Imus. Thank you.
Yeah, Don Imus. I remember.
Yeah, Don Imus.
Ain't he Jewish? I'm just saying.
Oh, wait, you trying to kill me, girl? That caught me.
I'm just saying. Ain't he though? Amy, is Don Imus Jewish? Because since Amy in here, I know she can look it up right quick.
That caught me.
Because they get on my nerves, me. They get on my fucking nerves. Like, come on. Just like that white man that was talking about, what's her name? Our top black gymnast. You know what I'm talking about. I can't think of her name right now.
Oh,
Like, she said she needed a mental break. And these motherfuckers called her all out, her name and all kinds of stuff. First, they was messing with her because of her hair.
Of her hair when she won. And why her hair looking like that for a bitch? She got the sweating. Ain't your hair gonna look frazzled when you flat?
Yeah, motherfuckers, because y'all say that those are the regulations that it got to be up in that motherfucking ponytail like that.
Right.
When y'all was messing with her, calling her all kinds of names, calling her unpatriotic, you tell me, you damn stupid bastard. How about that? Had she not been in the mind frame and went out there, flipped across that floor on them uneven bars, on that balance beam, on that vault, is some Jewish. He's just like the rest of us in the napkin book. Amy, don't do that, Amy. Can you imagine having anybody who suffers from anxiety? I suffer from anxiety, y'all. I've been going through it lately because I completely lost my medicine in one of the times I was traveling.
Mm.
A 90-day supply of whatever. It was something new, Meech, because I asked him to give me something that wasn't going to make me drowsy.
Right.
Because the anxiety attacks had started happening a couple months ago, and it was happening every time I had to go out the door.
Okay.
So my thing was like especially around my mom's birthday, it got a whole lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if when I flew home or whatever I did, but I have all my other medicine except that one. And because it was a 90-day supply, my therapist was trying to get the psychiatrist to give me like one of them special things, but they never called me back. So it's almost 90 days have been gone, and my ass be fucking frantic around this joint. Like, so imagine being not. Anybody that have anxiety know that sometimes it'll feel like your body moving and you really ain't. You can't calm yourself down. You can't get to a calm place even when you meditate. There are some times that I could try to meditate and do all the things that I know that a normal, like a little bit of freak out would be okay, but this like a freak out on 100. So I can't calm it down. So imagine doing one of those events and your head won't slow down.
Right.
You wanted her to hurt herself. That would have been more patriotic if she fucking hurt herself.
Mm-hmm.
This girl was telling you she was willing to forfeit a gold medal because she couldn't.
Right.
But then y'all will make a commercial and say, take care of your mental health, bitch.
Right. Right. Yes. Okay.
All of these things are so messed up. I want to know where are the sponsors and shit? Where's the when Bill Cosby got in trouble, what happened?
Right. Right. Yep.
When any black athlete or athlete or actor and stuff, when they get in trouble, what happened? Everybody drop. The endorsements go away. They stop calling. Blah 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 blah. But this motherfucker get on his podcast and call us niggas all goddamn day, and ain't nothing happening. But Whoopi's supposed to apologize, and Whoopi's supposed to lose her fucking money.
And there you have it. And there you have it. Okay.
I don't even understand why you chickaboos and motherfucking Pickaninnies always motherfucking worried about what the fuck these crackers is doing out here. These good, wholesome white folks give you the opportunity to walk around. You walk around on they doggone good hill soil. Did you not know that this is clean dirt that these white folk have prepared for us? For you to be out here. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know when one of these good, wholesome white folks walk on you and step on you, it is cleaner than the soles of the bottom of your dirty feet. You niggas need to understand exactly what it is to appreciate a good salt pork and pigtail sandwich. You got to take what is given to you. I don't understand you, nigga. From the rooter to the tutor, the ass belong to you. Make a sandwich. What the hell is wrong with you? I don't get it.
Lord.
Bringing his ass up on
trial. They were supposed to be doing she done. Okay.
I brought his ass up on trial. The reboot is not happening.
I know. And I'm hateful.
For the Bulldogs.
I didn't know that they were going to do it because I would have loved to have gone out for the voice of Uncle Ruckus. I used to do that.
Well, there was controversy before because Pop's son sound just like him. I mean, the shit freakishly like him. And then they said they wasn't going to give the role to him.
I know, which was dumb.
And I was like,
dumb.
We give you niggas 28 days and you not happy? 28 whole motherfucking days we give you niggas. And you niggas don't want to doggone take them 28 days and be glad in it. I don't understand that.
Not
we gave you Kent
not and be glad in it. Did he get biblical with it and be glad in it?
Be glad in
we gave you Kent cloth. We gave you.
I hate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, started off as a week, and then of course it migrated to being the whole month because of what was going on in this particular one being Frederick Douglass' birthday.
Oh my
and
God!
the other president.
If you took more time and doggone did something for good white folk, they were so into you, so you could do something better for the community. But you want to keep reading about it.
They gonna sow seeds in us.
That's right, because you got to keep remembering. Y'all can't keep reading these books about what happened already. Them folk dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Them was your
Why the
aunt.
fuck we gotta keep hearing about the Holocaust then?
Because that happened to the good white folk, and you got to understand now who's who first. See, y'all don't understand. Y'all line is in the back on the left. Okay, you understand?
Oh wait. Did y'all see my post that I put up from Wednesday? I get up like I normally do to go get on my plane. More than not, I get on in first class. It just is what it is, right? But it's because of the time that I fly. Please make no mistake. I am not rich. I ain't got no motherfucking money, bitch. I'm on standby because of my daughter. But more than often, because I am a parent, if there is a first class seat, they give it to me. I swear, y'all, I go to get up here in Atlanta. I go to get up. They call Group 1. I go to get up, and this white man said, this is for first class. Bitch, my ticket say 1D. What yours say? Listen here, Rosa Parks, you move it to the back of the motherfucker. But I told y'all I started to play bombs over Baghdad on the motherfucker on the damn thing. Listen, what you not gonna do is mind my business. Because first of all, first class ain't even that big of a deal. Yes, I get a more comfortable seat. You might feed me some good food or give me a drink. But at 6 o'clock in the morning, y'all can keep all that shit. All I want to do is go back to sleep.
Right.
And because of COVID, they don't give out the meals no more.
Big Meat, who hired this pickaninny? Because I don't understand it. You bought the heifer on here for her to complain about doggone the good white folks, even opening up their mouth speaking to her. It don't matter what they say. It's a privilege that he even said something. He acknowledged her. She was standing there, a little black Negroid. And he just said something. He wanted to make sure she knew her numbers and her doggone, alphabets. Okay, that's all he wanted. You took offense. Girl, you never been hit with a whip. Them was your people.
Wait, this is how petty I was on the way coming back, y'all. So, of course, I got it again coming back. We get on the plane, and there's like an older white man that come in. Going back, I had 2F. So, second one. So, he comes on the plane, and I see this man. I guess he wanted a window seat, and they didn't give him one. So he's asking everybody in first class to switch seat with him. And in my mind, I'm like, I can't wait for him to bring his monkey ass over here. Because I'm looking play, even though I got my mask on, and you know how you kind of look pleasant because you could tell that. But in my head, I said, I wish he would. I wish the fuck he would. His spirit must have told him, don't ask that black bitch because I definitely had a motherfucking window seat. Bitch, no. No, you might have been the nicest white man, and they had nothing to do with none of these.
Excuse me.
But I was in my feelings from the morning.
Madam X, can I look? Excuse me. Let me talk to you for a minute, because you Muslim people are hostile.
First of all, you stop doing that.
Hold on, Madam X. Wait a minute. Let me explain.
First of all, don't clump me in with a group of people.
Hold on. By any means necessary, let me talk. Don't call Farrakhan the rest of them sisters. Don't do that. Look, let me.
That's the Nation of Islam. Sorry, sir. That's something.
Okay, well, wherever the bean pies flow, let me talk. Okay, look, I'm trying to look. I just want you to understand that it ain't all about you niggers. Okay, you got the whites, the niggers, the gays. You got all these nationalities out here.
Yes.
And guess what? Today we found out we had the Jews.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hell,
Right.
And just made me, really made me think about my mom. Thank you for that, Red. Red, I'm trying to tell you, thank you for real.
My name's Hayes.
No,
I'm from
talking
Ireland.
to my brother. Hold on, I'm talking to my
I
brother for a second. Talking to my brother for a second. I had to tell my brother thank you because you just made me really think and laugh about my mom, because that's what she said to Keisha that time for our birthday in June before she passed. And she was giving me my pocketbook, and Keisha said, "Well, Grandma, I want one. I want like the backpack." She said, "You wear pocketbooks?" She said, "You know the man that bring me my pocketbooks?" I was talking to him and I said, "You got to give me something else because my granddaughters is gay and they don't wear that kind of shit." And my daughter said, "Grandma, we the gays, we wear purses and stuff, Grandma. We
gays." Who in the hell came up with that? The gays.
The gays.
But it was the funniest damn day ever because my mom, because Keisha was like, "Yeah, Grandma, we the gays, we carry purses."
Hey, Nikki, first time I heard somebody say, "Yeah," and the gays. And when they talk about nationality, they said, "Yeah," and them gays, and I was like this. I said, "Well, what the fuck?"
Wait, Meech gay national is a nationality now?
Yeah, listen.
He wanted the gays.
You better stop. Cole, you wanted the gays.
And I've had people refer to me as that. Oh, you wanted the gays. I'm like,
what the fuck does that even mean? Like, I know Keisha was doing it to be smart to my mom.
Hey,
but
me should have said. Even... Hey, me should have said Marvin, not my daddy.
Okay, right, exactly.
Well, you know what to say the next time, Meech. Got
okay.
Oh, not the. I knew Keisha was doing it to be smart to my mom, but like people really refer to people like that.
People really say that as a segregatory. Check my lingo. A segregatory statement. Yeah. Yeah, watch out now. Shit, I read a book one day. Look.
One day.
Listen.
But this is just this here. And this is a prime example of what we're talking about on the overall spectrum. Because just how the oppressive entity or that oppressive energy want to separate and make this a whole big old race. Gay ain't a race.
And neither is Jewish.
And neither is Jew.
Right.
But wait a minute. I found something out. Amy sent me this. And there's an article here about they're trying to say that you could genetically in the DNA that they could genetically prove that folks are Jewish or not.
So they tracing them back to the tribe of Judah? Because if you chasing them back to Germany and stuff like that, no, that don't.
I got to get into this article.
The fact that you got one of those old school hats though, with the ladies on, I ain't never seen that on it. But remember back in the 80s and stuff, y'all, when we used to have that old school hat and like Pac-Man and everybody on there and stuff?
Yeah. Well,
always. So we need to check that out
exactly what you look for.
Right.
Okay, let me show y'all. If you're ever somewhere in society and you look at somebody and you want to know if they're Jewish or not, all you have to do is take them and turn them upside down and shake them. If don't no wallet and no money fall out, they Jewish. Because them some cheap motherfuckers there.
They gonna kick us clean off the fucking air, I swear to God. Wait a minute. I got my damn thing today, nigga. I don't know where my camera at, but
did I say something wrong? Look, all I say is you walk in a crowded room of white people and you don't know whether they Jew, German, or Gentile, or whatever you want to call it. So the best thing you do, I say you grab the microphone and you just yell out real loud, "Who can make the sun rise?" Okay. And that's and I promise you.
If Sammy Davis don't come up out lesson. Because here's the thing. Now, keeping in that, walking into a room. If you walk into a room of people, can you tell who's Jewish, who's Christian, who's Muslim? You can't. Because you don't know. I ain't never heard a Christian say, "I'm Christianish." Or Muslim say, "I'm Muslim-ish." Or this damn girl just came in here to my "I'm hungry-ish." Come get her.
Hey, you boyish.
She not though. Not no more. She in the middle. I'm me-ish. She says she me-ish. You like you. You're a little bit like you.
The whole thing
Ish means to be like.
we're just in a world.
Did you just explain ish?
Yeah.
To a college student, I did.
We're just in a
We're
world
halfway through our bachelor's degree, college student.
It seems as though the more we try to move forward, we're not even taking 2 steps back. We done took a whole fucking leap backwards. And a lot of this is because the power dynamic has the paradigm has shifted. And I really believe that a lot of our Caucasian brothers and sisters are fighting for their survival.
They are.
The thing of it is that we
you're
have
about to be extinct. You're about to be extinct. Most of your women want our men.
Well, not it's
we
more
have babies. Y'all dying out. You scared, and you should be.
It's more than
if you pay attention to the way they teaching, you know what they used to call it. What was the class they used to teach? They substituted in gym. They trying to teach you sex education, health. They call it health. Mm-hmm. Now, if you pay attention to the transition of what it used to be when we were in school, and they show you the little movies or the little cartoons or whatever, and they show these doggone little white sperms all over the place going like this, and they going everywhere. Right. But now when you see it, they all synchronized. So niggas got rhythm. You know, they synchronize. They going all in a row.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? I ain't thought about that because you're right.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm about to go see.
I never thought about
it. Y'all got to open your eyes.
Listen. Now, he said that as a joke, but no, there's some truth to this because
the truth is funny.
Right.
The truth will be funny. And they be mad. They be mad. What you mad for?
You are absolutely. When we first learned about how the spermatozoa,
they were all over the place.
They scatter all over.
Right, and then you hope 1 or 2 get where it's supposed to be going. Right.
Now the motherfuckers like this.
Well, now, yeah,
how?
They synchronize swimmers. Right.
How does that even happen?
Rhythm.
It's in the food.
Okay, rhythm. About rhythm.
No, but I'm saying.
Oh, you may have a point. Yeah, the hormones and stuff in the food. Yeah,
that's true.
You know,
and you know what though? If that's the difference between iodine salt and Lawry's, you know,
he gets on my motherfucking
nerves. And he said that, like, you know what?
Like it was a scientific fact. I thought he was about to. And
I thought he was going to say something.
Never. Every time we think he about to say something, right? You know, this motherfucker's retarded. Look, she said I ain't even hear him. I just know he said something great.
Just throwing his fingers and carrying on. But listen, let's do this.
Okay, we get to something funny because I need to tell him something.
Okay. I wanted to take a little break because it's a hot show today because I need to talk about this Florida thing.
Yeah.
I got to talk about this Florida thing because
let's break it a little bit. Red already did.
Yeah, man. Let's chill because we got to get on these honkies. I mean these crackers. I mean these white folks. We got.
Hey, that other man on the podcast said nigga 99 motherfucking times. I don't give a fuck.
Nigga, please.
Red. So we at the game because I got to give my brother this visual. We at the game, right?
I'm going off the camera.
No, you stay your ass right there.
Okay. All right. She had titties like Wendy Williams, right? And you know how Wendy ain't got no ass. Not Meech, that you know I ain't lying. You know how Wendy got a flat ass? Like this was exactly her, right? But she looked like she just came back from Dr. Miami and all her shit healed up. So she want everybody to see these motherfuckers, right? So one of them like up and out but she feels the need to keep prancing her ass back and forth in front of us. I'm like, if you don't sit your flat ass down, first of all, you could at least put on a booty pop or something because that shit don't even look right. Like Red, if you'd have been there, we'd have probably got thrown out. That's all. I promise you.
Listen,
So she took a steak to a vegan party.
She
took imitation steak.
No, it's steak.
And then they wasn't even straight. Like you know how women get and they do the cleavage and they both pushed up or whatever. The shit looked all crooked. Like I'm like,
because the right.
No, Cole, because she had them out. They was out, so you could see them.
So what you're saying is it looked like two angry watermelons and one was winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know why she just kept prancing her ass back and forth.
Baby, look.
And you should have seen Chain's mom look at her.
Yeah.
And she heard me. I know when she heard me when I said, if you don't go sit her flat ass down somewhere. And I turned around, 2 Chainz mom was cracking up. I said, oh, mama, I know you heard me. Because she was really getting on our minds. What the fuck?
Oh, we said at the same time.
Right. And this is the thing. Bitch, this is the G League, okay?
Right.
Ain't no money here.
She thought G was the bra size they were looking for.
Oh, because I thought maybe she wanted to, start it from the bottom. Now we're here. She get one that she think gonna go to be able to say, I was there with you when you ain't had nothing. Because bitch, you had no other reason to be there. I'm just not understanding.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
She probably did.
And what did it was the first time she had come through.
Oh yeah, I didn't see him first time.
The first time she come through, I bugged. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'm seeing all this flesh, and I knew it was. I said, no, that's a titty job. Okay, and okay. So, okay. Now wait a minute. Let me create paint the entire.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because we
had
allowed other people to sit with us because they had went to go get something to eat and they were trying to sit courtside. Whatever. I said, no, you can't take that over on that courtside. And so he was like, oh, and they looking all crazy. I said, no, y'all trying to eat. I said, no, have a seat right here, baby. Have a seat. And so now y'all know how I am when I'm watching my boys again, because I got my husband, I got my other husband, I got my boyfriend, and I got my side pieces carrying on. Oh. So then we got distractions because now we played Detroit today. So Detroit being there and most of the boys on the Detroit team, honey, was just as delicious. And I'm like, you are a distraction. Your is
you motherfucker.
That's exactly what your ass get. You needed that one.
Okay. So I'm sitting up there hollering, okay, this, and now I'm not real loud because I know we got guests at the table, right? So I'm like, okay. But then I just said, fuck it, because I said, because we saw one, number 55, my husband, in a boot, he got a cancer. I said, wait a minute.
Baby leg is broke.
I'm like, wait a minute, that's my husband.
One husband was on the bench. He brought up the new husband. He used to be the boyfriend. Last game, he was boyfriend, but he moved up into one of the poly seats.
Yeah.
Tonight.
So we are there. Okay, so this is the conversation that I'm having, and every time I come up and down the street, I'm up down the court. And so the guy next to me, he stood up there saying, he said, well, which one is the husband? I said, well, that one over there in the gray. I said, that's husband number 1. I said, but number 24 is husband. So we doing that. And then that's when Miss Thing come walking by. Miss Thing walked by the first time and he caught my look and the vice president of the chair, she caught my look. And she come over to the table and she said something to me. I said, and she was telling Nikki was like, what happened? She said, if she had any more damn titty out, honey, she had because her nipples was out there, she might as well have to just, I said, wait a minute. So she came back, and then she went back again, and it was when she went back, she come back, and that's what we noticed. I said, bitch, and your ass is flat.
When she walked past, I seen all the titties and her ass was flat. I said, what in the fucking Wendy Williams is happening here? Straight up look like the letter P, I promise you. Baby, she had a nerve to have that phone in the back. That brought more attention to it. Take your fucking phone out your back pocket, bitch, because your back, red, flat up and down, like not even a hump to distinguish your butt from your back.
That was the safest place for her phone. It wasn't going nowhere.
The shit was horrible.
Ridiculous.
And the game was marvelous. We went into overtime.
I always wondered about that. No pun intended, sis, because I know you got two midgets in the head like yourself. But what I'm saying is,
motherfucker do.
but a woman like that is like, okay, and she go to bed at night, right? And she having a wild dream. And she turn over real fast, and one of the motherfuckers hit her face and suffocate her, and she don't know. If she dies, is that a twist of fate?
I hate you.
We going to commercial.
Thank you. Go to commercial.
I can't stand this.
Y'all don't understand.
No, Jesus. No, Jesus.
Fix it, Father.
Okay, right. Okay.
Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nyla, and Nasia. This is Alo Nana. Hey everyone, it is your girl Aunt Nikki, and I am here to tell you about my Alo Nana Creations collection. So let me tell you what this collection consists of right now. Right now we have all natural body butters, all natural rose water spray, and handcrafted crystals and beads jewelry. That means you can get necklaces, you can get bracelets, you can get waist beads, you can get anklets. You can choose from what we already have, or you can give me a call, hit your girl up, honey, and tell me exactly what it is that you think that you need, and I will create a piece especially for you. Okay? So I want y'all to get into this. Yes, I sit here and bead every last one, honey. I'm having such a good time doing it. If you guys didn't see in the beginning when I called out those names, honey, Avea, Liliana, Olivia, Nala, and Nasia, those are my granddaughters. That is where the name Alo Nana came from. We started with the body butters. Then I went into the jewelry. And baby, I just added this rose water, honey. And I am telling you, it is amazing. Look at the ending credits to see where you can purchase you some, where you can order it.
Angelo Ellerby, the Henry Higgins of hip-hop, is the founder, president, and CEO of Double Exposure Media Relations. Double Exposure Media Relations is a full-service public relations, marketing, and artist development firm specializing in publicity, photography, artist promotion and artist development, makeup artistry, event production, and EPK development. Celebrating over 45 years in the industry, Angelo believes that a culture that does not take care of nor respect its artists is a culture that leaves nothing behind to appreciate. Let Angelo help you make dollars and cents of the entertainment industry. Contact Double Exposure Media Relations at 201-224-6570. That's 201-224-6570.
Hey, you want to be a part of God's plan? Look at this angel. That's right, the shine, the sheen. You can only get that at Royal Extensions. Hit us up at Royal Extensions, www.royalextensionsatlanta.com or IG Royal Extensions 20. If you want to have the same thing as God's plan, you get it right here at Royal Extensions.
When I'm walking down the street, people are looking at me. What they see is a masterpiece created by the King. I am different by design, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I may not look like you and you me, but that's the way it's supposed to be. Dare to be you, dare to be me, and dare to be different
you ready? To continue the journey with talk show host, internet sensation, and author of Awakenings, Epiphanies Along a Spiritual Journey, Big Meech. He is offering another installment of thought-provoking ideas, principles, and metaphors that will encourage, enlighten, inspire, uplift, and catapult you into a brand new evolution of accepting yourself in your total truth. Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations. The new book by Big Meech is infused with conversations of love and inspiration that gets right down to the real nitty-gritty. It will confront the reader with the proverbial mirror in an effort to take a deep, closer look within to find all that one needs to propel forward and make life happen. Get your copy today on Amazon.com or go to www.dishingtea.com. That's www.dishingtea.com. For more information, contact Big Meech at 404-914-5610. Revelations, Affirmations, and Confirmations. This message has been brought to you by Too Deep and Pastor Don Jr., CEO of the winning team.
We want to thank you, honey, for staying and just with Big Meech. And as you see, the three of us are all here. Three the hard way, baby. Okay, Nikki and the big red fella down there, honey, the big guy ally is in
DCP. Are you with me?
Oh yeah, you got the check. We ain't going nowhere.
Hey,
okay. You know that I'm looking at this comment and wait a minute, I want to get this. I stepped out for a second to read an article that was eye-opening about the perceived opposition between the Black community and the Jewish community in regard to the civil rights. In the 70s, there was a fundamental disagreement over how to deal with a popular segregationist. Jews wanted to use the letter of the law rather than social uprising. Okay.
The letter of the law ain't work for us, though.
Okay, that being said, I feel like this is a big part of why there is not perceived action from the Jewish community to stand up with organizations like Black Lives Matter. Example, because they first seek justice from a legal avenue, a privilege that isn't readily afforded to people of color. Very interesting.
That's true.
Very, very interesting. And that there is true. And this is the attachment for the article there. Okay.
I told y'all Amy was going to be on there, and that's why I asked her.
So Dominic said, do you think that they're more financially motivated then? Because that's how I read it, but I'm not sure. And the answer, Dominic, absolutely not. I meant to say that, as the article says, in the 40s, there was a young Jewish lawyer who brought many libel lawsuits about to combat anti-Semitism and Semitism, and some of them helped to squash racist literature in Illinois being circulated. So the Jewish community was bolstered to the practice of using the law for justice. People of color in America have been cheated through the ages in the courtroom. It's not all about finances.
Right.
Very much so. You know what? Maybe to the. You know what? Let's rephrase that. Because it maybe it is finances, but it's the dissemination of finances. Because if you went to court, most folks who are of Jewish, well, at least what we've been taught, they've been able to pull resources together to fight in court and this, that, and the other, whereas people of color have not. So maybe loosely it is finances, but the argument is that they tend to go, like we all say now, no, I know how to fight. We don't fight fire with fire. We fight fire with water.
Let's put it out.
And let's go put it out and carry it on. So our Jewish counterparts know that they can get in and they could use the legal system. Whereas we're not afforded that because it's always.
And even if we could afford it in that aspect, but understand that most of those laws were never meant to help us anyway. So whether we had, when we go to the other side of afforded to us, that afford, even if we had the money, the laws are never written for us. They've always been written against us. So no matter what we do, even fighting in the courtroom, 9 times out of 10, we don't be winning the things. Hold on, y'all.
Right.
Well, I'm going to say this, and I don't know if y'all ever paid attention.
Mm-hmm.
But if historically you want to say, you know what I'm saying, I look at so, you know how I always find details and stuff when I point it out in a comical way?
Yeah.
If the score in a battle is 4 people to 1, right?
Uh-huh.
That one person would have to keep their eyes on the 4 people at all times in order to protect himself. Right?
Uh-huh.
Especially when you are a whole nother color from the 4 people that you're fighting against.
Uh-huh.
And what I mean when I say that is, look at the U.S. coin mint. Lincoln was been famous for freeing slavery and all that stuff, right? Abolishing slavery, all that. Okay. Well, okay, whatever. Hold on, Nikki. Save that Muslim shit for 1 second, because you are absolutely true what you just already say.
I was going to say, I'm gonna need for you to stop saying that.
No, hold on, Bean Pie.
What is that? That is not who I am. I need you to stop saying that.
No, hold on, Bean Pie. Look, I got you. Look, what I'm saying is,
you know what?
What? Hold on, y'all.
Say it now. Say it,
Mr. Rainbow Man. Hold on, chill out. Now, look.
Oh Lord.
Look.
You about to whoop his ass.
All I'm saying is,
what the hell you trying to say?
Why the fuck is Lincoln looking at them 4 silver motherfuckers, and why is they looking back at him? Why he looking to the one motherfucking way? Why everybody else looking the other way?
Why he on a motherfucking brown ass penny and everybody else?
Exactly, Mundo. Thank you. I knew that, doggone it. But you know what? You sweet potato pie now. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you. I still fucks up a bean pie. I get one from all.
And then you gonna help him. Now, God.
Look, I had one last week. I was hungry as shit. The boy was up at goddamn old man. What the fuck did? $4 a slice. It was good too.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm a good influence. Look,
it's good if y'all just give it a try. It tastes like sweet potato pie.
Yeah, y'all just mad because y'all thought y'all had to read a page out of the Quran before you bite into it, but you don't.
Yeah, because it's actually better for you than all that other shit.
I don't disagree with you on that, Meech, but I would add that it's privilege in America that has caused a financial divide. Like Auntie said, color can be seen and therefore oppressed immediately. I can't fuck with that because you're right. Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right.
You know what? I have to say, Jojo, don't mind me.
Don't you encourage his bullshit?
Don't you pay me no attention, man. Hey, shout out to JoJo.
Show was right. I swear to God, I had one.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you some real talk. I love me some JoJo. He's funny as fuck. Look,
well, I love JoJo.
But
I love JoJo. Y'all gotta be seeing JoJo over on TikTok because he shows out over there. I love it. I love duetting with JoJo and stuff. He funny as fuck.
Hey, but real talk, you know what? Again, I have to doggone say that I've said this before on different occasions when we talk on subjects like this. Amy, she the real GOAT when it comes to doggone information.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I give her the round of applause of best doggone information.
Okay, well, that's why they research department.
Amy, if you look at him, if you just look at pictures of him, first of all, he looked like he had some sort of disorder.
Yeah.
If you look at him close enough, but he also don't look white.
Right.
He don't look all white. So I definitely believe that. I know it's just rumors and stuff, but if you look at that,
okay.
Hey, he was the first one to rock the beards like they rocking them now.
Right. He was the prototype for ZZ Top.
He was Beer Gang way back then. Beer Gang, gang.
And then he was the first one. If you look at that doggone, if you look at the pictures and look at his hair, he was rocking that Johnny Mathis.
Not the
Johnny. You know what? Chances are.
Look, his hair was not straight like theirs.
Hey,
this fucker said too much, too little, too late.
Too much, too little, too
right?
Late. Ever see again? Come on, Red. Listen, they don't want to play with us like that. I mean, all of this stuff, it in a way, like you go through the different emotions of it all, being mad and sad, and then we have to laugh, because if we don't laugh, we fuck around and go.
I know, because
we'll lose our freedom for real if we don't laugh about it.
Well, here's something here, because when we talk about the caucasity of it all,
hey, pin that word.
Okay.
When I told him, he fell out, so.
Yeah.
It's the caucasity of it all.
Yeah. Okay. And I saw somebody said that there's a meme now that goes. There's a meme out now.
Because there's a lady on TikTok who started it, because there was something going around, and the white people were actually upset that she called them white people. So she goes in her TikTok and say, well, come on, people, what y'all want me to call them? I need y'all to put some stuff. And somebody in the thing said, well, it's the caucasity of it all for me.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what, Meech.
Yeah.
Like I have my many characters of media from radio and to Dish T. How about, because of our very, very, very plethora, we got all these talents here. We're talking about Auntie Nikki. So, Auntie Nikki, I'm going to give you a character.
Oh, Jesus.
And I just want you to jump right into it and just speak volumes.
Okay.
Your new name is Caucasity Karen.
Okay. Okay, well then, if that's the case, I need to know why you feel the need to always come around and start talking about people and start talking about, you know what, I really feel like I'm just going to call the police because I'm just sick of this, and I don't know who the fuck you think you are, sir, and I don't even know why you live in the house that you live in, because you must be a drug dealer. You know what, I'm calling the police right now. That's how them bitches be. Like,
Caucasity Karen is in the building. At Dish T, y'all. We got her.
You know what?
Baby, y'all know how that we do that improv around with them. Come out. Yo, and they still be doing that though.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that you got people all over social media saying, I can't wait to meet my Karen.
Hey, did you hear? Oh, did I tell you about that old man with the finger at my car?
What happened?
I told you about that situation.
No.
Well, I didn't have Karen. I had Corey.
Oh, I thought he was Ken. Okay.
Oh, Ken or whatever his Barbie doll name is. All I know is that I'm getting in my car. I close the door. I put my seatbelt on. I done hit the doggone start button. Everything. I'm letting the window down, get myself situated, get my phone right here. And then when I go to lean back this way, Ken is at the door with his finger telling me, you can't park here. You need to move your car. You can't park. And before I knew it, and everybody knows how I travel because Junior be here, right here all the time.
All the time.
And there's a drink, and then there's a right behind.
All the time. We know.
So I had put my hand on Junior because when I turn, first thing I see is his finger and this white man. My window's down. I turned around, looked at him. I said, if you don't get your old ass away from my car, I'm gonna send your ass home early. You don't get your
okay.
Ask God if we can get a trade in and get Betty White back, nigga. You better get the fuck out.
You better get your everybody else. Do you not see this motherfucker right here? It's one in the chamber. Did you ask for it?
Oh, me, did I send you that new firearm that they got out? Did I send it to you? Red is called a protection gun. We might need to get this for me.
Oh, yeah, the orange thing. Yeah,
it shoots rubber bullets, tear gas pellets, and mace. You know, he might not want to use real bullets right now, but when I tell you this thing is sexy,
Detroit, he threw the hard way. He getting a pistol.
Listen, I think I'm gonna buy one, and I'm gonna empty a mace clip on somebody's ass, and then after you be all fucked up in the face, then I'm gonna unload a motherfucking clip of rubber bullets on your ass.
Wait a minute, here's the fucked up thing. If you shoot somebody with a bunch of mace, they coughing and choking. They can't be touched. They think they got COVID.
Okay.
That's fucked up. But no, Mr. Detroit, you might as well get ready. So.
Lord.
Get
ready. And got it.
Here we go. Listen, let me get into this next story.
Okay.
Because
it's
another one of those. And here's what this is. In Florida, the children are in discussion. It passed the second wave in the state Senate. It has not been signed into law yet because they're still debating it. But there's a bill that's on the table, and they are saying that they're trying to make it illegal to make white people feel what's the word that they're using?
Bad for being responsible for what happened.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Uncomfortable. That's what it is. They use the word uncomfortable.
You're under arrest for
uncomfortable because of everything with they're still trying to do the whole the CRT curriculum, blah 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 blah. So this is in essence going with that. Let me pull.
They could call us niggas all day and kill us for being black, but we can't make them uncomfortable.
Right.
Cole, we call the State Department on Monday to see if we can go back to Turkey on your shit because I can't take this bullshit no more. Tell them we coming home. Thank God for my.
Let me ask you this: where are the laws for us when two white officers pull us over? Because we're uncomfortable.
Okay, let me read the article.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's a video. Let me see if I can just play the video.
That shit just made my ass hurt.
It should. That should like having cramps every month. It's uncomfortable.
No, I have to read the article, I believe.
Like it's just I told you, see, it's that thing. You go around and feel like you sad, you mad, and we gotta laugh before we hurt something. This shit is ridiculous. You want to laugh at it? You uncomfortable? The fuck?
It says a bill backed by Republican Governor Ron DeSantis that would prohibit Florida's public schools and private businesses from making people feel discomfort or guilt based on their race, sex, or national origin received first approval Tuesday by the state's Senate Education Committee. The Republican-controlled committee approved the bill with 6 Republican senators in favor of the bill and 3 Democratic senators opposed to it. Although the bill named individual freedom does not mention critical race theory, the term is used in the attached bill analysis that was given to the senators. DeSantis also referred to CRT when he announced the proposed legislation at a media event in December, saying that the proposed law will help keep CRT out of the schools and out of the workplace, calling it state-sanctioned racism that creates a hostile work environment, end quote, unquote. Under Florida's Department of Education rules that took effect last June, CRT cannot be taught in schools. Critical race theory is a concept that seeks to understand and addresses inequality and racism in the U.S. The term also becomes politicized and been attacked by its critics as a Marxist ideology that's a threat to the American way of life. The legislation will prohibit individuals from making people feel discomfort, guilt, anguish, or any forms of psychological distress on account of his or her race, color, sex, or national origin, end quote. It will also prohibit employers from providing training or instruction that espouses, promote, advances, inoculates, or compels individuals to believe that an individual bears responsibility for or should be discriminated against or receive adverse treatment because of actions committed in the past by other members of the same race, color, sex, or national origin. Instructors will be able to address topics like sexism, slavery, racial oppression, racial segregation, racial discrimination in an age-appropriate manner. However, the bill states that the classroom instruction and curriculum may not be used to indoctrinate or persuade students to a particular point of view consistent with the principles of the subsection or state academic standards. Democratic Senator Chevron Jones, the committee's vice chair and its only black member, told CNN by phone that the bill is an attempt to revise history and keep white people from feeling uncomfortable. Quote, this isn't, he said. They're talking about not wanting white people to feel uncomfortable. Let's talk about being uncomfortable. My ancestors were uncomfortable when they were stripped away from their children. In the statement emailed to CNN, DeSantis press secretary Christine Pushaw said the governor's position was that discrimination based on race, color, sex, and national origin had no place in Florida. The bill makes it clear that no Floridian, student, work, or anyone else should be subjected to discrimination, content, and rhetoric, she wrote. Every Floridian deserves an equal shot at success, regardless of skin color. This means considering each person as an individual with unique attributes, experiences, and aspirations, rather than stereotyping them as a member of this or identifying group, she said. Pushaw added, it is frankly disturbing that anyone would find these ideas controversial in the year 2022.
Man.
Okay, crickets.
I'm gonna tell you, you know what? Thank you, Spirit. Because Spirit said, "Bitch, don't do that." I started to get up and put my entire ass in this camera. I promise you. I was about to total eclipse this motherfucker. Go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead. Meech, I wish I had this for every one of them dumbass things. Remember, you got me this down in Florida.
Yes.
Remember how for years we always said, you know what I'm saying, I have not yet to see it, but I have been in situations in my life like this one here, this moment, where I seems to be is real. There are two sets of law books in this doggone globe.
Hello.
Absolutely. Because some of the words, did you hear some of the words read? Some of the words almost made it seem like it was some equal shit, right?
Exactly.
And all it made it seem like it was some equal shit, like you can't do nothing to none of us.
No, but see, here's where this is. That's what the fucking law already states, that you can't discriminate somebody based on this. That's already in the law. That's already the law.
But they do
However, they so busy worried about this whole critical race theory because they don't want to accept the truth. No, everybody who claims that this is racially motivated, bitch, it always has been. What we just say?
Everything in this country is racially motivated.
What did we just say? Now, if we can sit down here and the Jewish people can sit down there and tell us about what race is.
I got a question for you.
Holocaust was race.
I got a question.
It had nothing to do with the United States. That was Germany.
Meech?
Yeah.
I got a question. I want you to answer this because you're a thinking man.
All right.
With all this being said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got this big cup right here, right?
Right.
If it's only one ice cube left in here and it's melting away, once it's gone, what do it fucking matter?
Mm. Mm.
Because eventually,
purpose.
There's nobody white going to be left in order to doggone feel uncomfortable because we are so interracially entwined based on what they call the forbidden fruit.
Right.
That the world is going to be doggone. The world will be intertwining and continue to intertwine in intimacy until we're all beige.
It don't matter what nationality they mate with. If it's Asian, that baby might come out a little lighter, but they gonna look Asian.
Wait a minute, what
you have always been the more repressive people. You not is.
What she said?
George
I was
Wallace.
watching some stuff about George Wallace today, even though he had admonished people in the courtroom for calling black lawyers boy. He was more than willing to spout his racist BS on the campaign trail. When asked about why he shifted, he admitted that he was pandering to his white voters by being as racist as he could be in order to get elected. Guess who may be running for president? Florida's own DeSantis, pandering to his sad Karen and Ken brigades. Interesting.
I say we get a bunch of money.
Interesting.
And go buy a private island and just get the fuck out of this bitch. I can't listen.
Why are they trying to get over here? Why is everybody trying to get to this piece of dirt?
I don't know. I done told so many people that, Red, when you were out there, did you have to explain that to people when they were saying they wanted to come to America so bad? I had to tell so many people, this ain't. This is.
And then when I was over there, I was at peace so many days.
Listen, I've never felt like any place was home, and I say this to everybody all the time. The only time I've truly felt like I was home is the times we lived in Germany. I swear to God, the atmosphere is so different. You would think from what they came from,
right,
that would be the craziest shit. But everybody about 60 on down act black any damn way. But yeah, it's all BS wrapped and pretty worded. But I never felt like I wasn't supposed to be there.
This is give me, Nikki, my first day in Portsmouth, England, no doubt. My first day. I had some of the best English tea I've ever had. I wish I knew how to make that exactly what I had that day.
Mm-hmm.
At a young lady's house. Over here, she would be considered Karen or a white woman. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But she invited me after 30 minutes of meeting me in the mall and hanging out and shopping and having similar interests in fashion, and invited me back to her house for tea. I went because I was curious of how they live.
Mm-hmm.
Right, right.
And when I got there, it was a quaint little place. She was really, really sweet. The conversation had to be a little slower because her accent was something serious.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned so much from her, and she wasn't scared of me.
Right.
Now, the one thing I will say about the UK, because I got a lot of friends, a lot of Caucasian friends in the UK that like really fight on this side of this stuff. Because they said, it is places over there, and I'm sure there's still places in Germany too. But she said, like, one of them, she was saying how, like when all the Black Lives Matter stuff started here, they was over there with it too because they still have problems. It's not to the level that we have, but they still have problems. But they don't care about fight. They gonna fight. You ever listen to? All right, like how we always talk about racial appropriation and stuff, like them trying to be like us and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you something. When I hear a white woman from the UK sing soul music, I don't feel the same as when I hear one of them from here. do it. I don't know why. I just don't. Josh Stone.
That's a singing hooker. Yeah.
And it never feels like it's forced, faked, or anything. Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Jessie J.
Yeah. Yeah.
None of them. Adele. She goes into the pop stuff, but she gets soulful too. I never feel like it's being appropriated from us. I feel like they really love what we do. And their parents are bringing them up on soul music.
Right. I've heard that. Yeah.
50s, 60s, 70s, 80s soul music. I've heard so many different people say that. And good night. I don't feel like it's just a different thing. It's like here, everything they want to say that's bad about us, once they do it, it's supposed to be cool. Right? You take all our shit. You take all our shit. You take our hairstyles, our whatever it is that we do. So many of them girls, because y'all see, I've been tearing them heifers down on TikTok. You want to act like you black and blah, 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 till it's time to be black.
Right, that part.
Right? Till it's time to be black, you rapping and blah, 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 blah. When you get pulled over in your motherfucking car, what you do? Your hands on 10 and 2, and you like, hi, officer, what was the problem? Why did you pull me over? Okay. You ain't, motherfucker, why you pulled me over? What you did? You stop being black real quick.
Okay.
That's why I tell guys about dating them, because they might have soul sucked you and lick butt you and everything else and ate your feet up the whole night, fixed your breakfast in bed, bought you a brand new Cadillac. But as soon as y'all have a disagreement,
right.
Listen to Malcolm X's actual autobiography book, baby, when they was committing crime before he was Malcolm X and he was still Malcolm Little, and it was him and his other friend Malcolm and them two white women like they only portrayed one or two, the other two white women that they portray in the movie, they was real. But what they didn't show in the movie was when they got to court, the judge and them got them to say that the two Malcolms made them commit the robberies, when those were the motherfuckers who said we can get them because we work for them and when they're going to be in and out of town.
Okay. Child. Okay, let's do this last story and I'm going to let y'all go.
Okay, because baby, I'm glad it's Friday. We can get easier as the week. I hope we can get easier as the weekend go on. You motherfuckers.
Family believes, I'm going to say this name. His name is Peter Bernardo Spencer.
Peter Bernardo.
Family members of Peter Bernardo Spencer say the man who shot him 9 times may be claiming self-defense. A Jamaican immigrant was shot to death at a rural Pennsylvania cabin last month in an incident his family is describing as a modern-day lynching.
Was it in the Poconos?
Peter Bernardo Spencer, 29, of Pittsburgh, accepted an invitation from a co-worker to hang out at a cabin in Rockland Township, Venango County.
I know what this story is.
Some 85 miles northeast of the city on December 11th, his family said. The former co-worker is white, as were 2 other men and a woman in the home. Spencer did not know the others. Peter was an outdoorsman from Jamaica, said Paul Jubis, a civil rights attorney from Pittsburgh who was advising the family. He loved being outside in nature. Philadelphia State Police were called to the home on Carl's Road just before 2:30 a.m. on December 12th and found Spencer dead on the front lawn with multiple gunshot wounds. A suspect, 25, and 3 other people at the home were detained and questioned, police said in a news release, but all 4 were released after consultation with the Venango County District's Attorney Office. Police said they found multiple firearms, quote, ballistic evidence, and controlled substances at the home. But after 6 weeks, no one has been charged with the crime. Those working with Spencer's family are asking other law enforcement agencies to get involved. The Venango County's district office, DA's office, did not return multiple requests for comment. Investigators are still waiting on the results of a toxicology report. And in a news release, state police urged the public to, quote, remain patient. According to William Anderson, chair of the how did they pronounce it? Allegheny County Democratic Black Caucus, and Spencer's family, the former co-worker, admitted to being the shooter and was claiming self-defense. The man could not be reached for comment, however, and recently disabled his social media accounts. Police made no mention of anyone being treated for injuries at this time. The Venango County coroner found that Spencer had been shot 9 times. Well-known pathologist Cyril Rett, who is advising the family, studied the autopsy and believed many of the bullets entered Spencer's body from behind. My initial thought is that it is absurd to talk about self-defense with 9 gunshot wounds, Wett told the Inquirer. Jubis released autopsy photos of Spencer on his social media accounts at the family's request. The State Police Heritage Affairs team, which aims to prevent and respond to hate or bias-related crimes, was notified of Spencer's death. Corporal Aaron Allen of the team's Western office said he had been in touch with Spencer's family, and his role is to mitigate tensions within the community. Allen says Spencer's death is currently not being investigated as a hate crime. How can this happen in America, said Anderson. Black lives are supposed to matter, end quote. Multiple GoFundMe accounts were set up after Spencer's death, including one by a sibling and another by his pregnant fiancée, Carmela King. Quote, he was slaughtered and killed in what I consider to be an act of modern-day lynching, a sibling wrote on a GoFundMe page. Conrad Spencer, Peter's father, referred to all comments to Anderson and Jubis, but the family had spoken to Jamaican media about the case. Spencer, who was born and raised in Kingston, moved to the United States when he was 16, then returned again in 2013 to live with his family in Pennsylvania. His parents said he worked in construction and dreamed of opening a restaurant. So here we go again, right?
Again.
Allegheny County is one of those counties like the stuff that happened to Redman. He's actually where that happened is not too far where Redman resides right now.
It's pronounced Allegheny.
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 Yeah, it's Allegheny. Look, our hair salon used to be on 2718 Allegheny Avenue.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pronounced Allegheny.
That when this came across my desk, it of course disturbs me, because I'm like, after all this time, here we go. Ain't this what they just did to my baby girl? Child, what's her name? The one that was killed by the police officer. She was sleeping in the bed with a boyfriend.
Not Sandra Bland. Shit. Because I was saying her name for so goddamn long.
Right, but see, this is what it is. Because the hell, I'm sitting here trying to call the name, but it's been so many. Okay, it's been so many, and here this is basically the same.
What about the people who be found
Breonna Taylor?
Breonna Taylor hung here in Georgia. Remember, it was the older lady, and you gonna say there was no foul play? She was like what, 79, 80, something like that. She went and got up in a tree and hung herself. If you don't get the fuck out of here.
Okay, right. Listen. What about the gay guy that was found in Piedmont Park a couple years ago in the tree?
Then wasn't there somebody down here down to our Walmart not a couple years ago?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You know, I remember every one of them.
And they said, I've been trying to tell her that those were suicides. I'm like, motherfucker, where?
How? No foul play. You tell me somebody that old, where she get the body strength to pull her ass up that motherfucking tree and kill herself? Not to mention, I know we about to go soon, but please understand, our HBCUs are under attack.
Yes.
These kids are had to stay in their dorms and stuff like that because they have been getting bomb threats for the past few days.
Right.
Not
and
just
we
here
just
in
had a scare.
but all the HBCUs.
Right. We just had a scare at the arena. Because
we seen the motherfucking lights start flashing.
Child, we in the arena. We in the fourth quarter of the game. Child, we down to the first 6 minutes at like 6:45 left in this game, and all of a sudden, all of the lights started flashing around and said somebody pulled a
like a fire alarm pull or something. Yeah,
like y'all know I do this. This is what I security is my thing. So I'm sitting up here. I'm my eyes that went to all the exits, and I'm watching to see who moving. Right.
Look, and I'm looking, I'm like, they running up them steps too.
I said, okay, wait a minute. I said, no, wait. And then I'm looking over here. I said, wait a minute. I said, we'll know in a minute. I said, because see, I'm looking to see who's going to come over to the announcer to make an announcement.
Right.
I said, keep your eye over there. I'm looking at all the exits and the stairs are carrying on. Then I'm looking at the teams to see what teams are doing what. I saw this one child run.
Yeah. Oh, shit. When I seen him start running, I'm like,
I said, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. They haven't said anything about the game, but then the energy has shifted.
Yep, it did.
The whole energy of the game has shifted. And it was like, okay. So, in saying all that, now we're in this place to where we just have this feel that the powers that be it white supremacy, be it the neo-Nazis, be it whoever, all of those children, honey, up under that umbrella of Aryan nation, white power, the white power to the people children. Okay. Though it just seems as though we are now being empowered. And if anybody does not see that this is directly related to Agent Orange and his 4 years in office, if you refuse to make that connection, then God help you, because that means that you are part of this motherfucking mess.
Exactly. Hey, Red, do you ever remember being in any of your ports and stuff? Or just basically your training, and they remember this? If you see something, like if you see a bag or something left by itself, let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing more scary than being somewhere, and I still do it to this day. If I go somewhere and it's like a bag or piece of luggage or something, and it's just there and ain't nobody there with it, baby, my motherfucker go all the way back.
Okay.
Well, they used to tell us when we would come out in the morning, and understand this, it's not about us being black. It was just about us being American. It was about us being American. They would tell us we had to check under our cars before we got in them.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They say we check under your cars before you get. I said, the first time Brian told me that, I said, "Oh,
right, hello."
Like, you ain't here all the time, nigga. They be flying you out of here all the time. What you mean? He said, you check under that goddamn car every day before you get in it. Because he had gave me one of them little things. It wasn't like a big one like you see the police with, but it was one of the like little mirror things on the stick.
Okay.
And the whole thing was, do not, if you see a bag, piece of luggage, anything like that by yourself, get the fuck away from it.
I sent it.
Baby. Well,
we did start. What time is it? Amy, thank you so much for today. Amy, baby.
Amy, you are
here, baby. You did the thing for us, honey.
Yeah, you did your thing, right?
Okay, I love that. Well,
you need to be sending. Look, you'd be like, y'all don't never read the stuff. Who you need to send it to is Amy first.
Okay.
Send the shit to Amy first, so she can get us all the facts.
This here has just been, it's a heavy show because this is what we're dealing with, y'all. We're in the world. I mean, hell, They don't want us to learn the history. We got two sets of groups. Now here again, why is the Jewish folks want to bump heads with the black folks? Why the black folks and the LGBT bumping heads? Why are we bumping heads when we talking about oppression, honey? Oppression is oppression is oppression.
Oppression is oppression, but you gotta remember that segregation went from dividing,
yeah,
to slicing,
yeah,
to dicing. And now we get into a point where they turn it into minced. They're trying to find every little line of, because you got to think about it. And we spoke on this before, Meech, where what's the difference between Karen getting at Meech and Karen getting at me?
Right.
We still have the same oppression and the same prejudice being held against us. But you want to separate the two and want me to ride with a heterosexual nation to say that he don't understand my struggle.
Right.
Well, guess what? His struggle is double.
Right. Right. And it shouldn't have had to be.
Because you accepted me trying not to accept what you don't understand. But at the end of the day, it's not for you to understand.
See,
because most of the masculine macho niggas, at least I know, in this piece of dirt that we standing on,
okay,
it's not for me to understand that they like their little butt played with, whether they with a woman or a man. So don't do that.
Okay, don't do it,
because it don't have nothing to do with him being a lawyer, doctor, or a doggone judge. He's still a black man with the same black struggles that we all have. And the same thing with the same stuff they try to hold back black women. You might be that black woman with heels and a dress on, but the shorty with the jogging suit and the Jordans on, she got the same issues you got.
That part. And stop thinking because one of the two, either you looking down on the one with the sweatsuit on, or you looking down at the one that got the heels on because now you think she bougie. Y'all don't know. Them struggles was the same. They just went in different directions with it.
And you want to find, you know what you want? I'm telling you something. Homework for the nation.
Uh-oh.
You want to find out who you got something in common with? Go to an area of your neighborhood, wherever you live at in the United States, where they're giving community help away, whether it's food, clothes, or apparatus or job training or whatever, and take a slight video of everybody that's in line waiting for the same thing you're looking for.
Hold on. This radio done came on in my bathroom, but it's not supposed to. Hold on. Y'all keep talking.
The who? The radio. Alexa over there fucking with your shit.
Okay. Alexa be having the phones at the door.
Oh, ladies. Well, men too. But I'm going to give y'all this thing. I think I shared it the other day. Okay. So people are being targeted. They are being traced. If you have Apple products, okay, people are putting shit on your car, in your car, whatever, and tracking you. The same way, like if you share your location with somebody, they can tap into your Apple device from, it's almost like putting, like the shit the cops use.
Right.
It's like that. They are putting on cars, behind license plates, all kinds of stuff. The cool thing about it is if it's being done to you, your Apple device will tell you somebody just looked at your location. When you go to see this, if it's not nobody that you shared your location with, immediately check all your shit. If you know you ain't been in your car, but it's telling you that, check your bags, check every damn thing you got. Call Apple and let them know that this is happening because they are saying that this may be a new way of like the sex trafficking stuff. Because there was a girl and stuff who was on, I think it was TikTok the other day, and Cole had told me about it before I seen this girl. So now I know they're not playing, and just be careful. Don't just blow it off. If one of your Apple products, your phone, your laptop, your iPad, if any of that stuff says someone has just looked at your location, track your it doesn't say track your location, but they'll say someone looked at your location. Like Red, if I share my location with you all the time, you can look at my location, right? And it'll show me that you just looked at it.
Right.
Because like me and the kids do that just as a safety precaution, right? So if somebody is looking at your location and it's not somebody that you've given authorization to look, please, guys, like this shit ain't funny, because nowadays the kids got iPhones and all kinds of shit. Check your fucking kids' phones and stuff all the time and explain this to them so they can tell you if one of those alerts came up on their phone too. These motherfuckers is out, sex trafficking, organ trafficking, all that shit. These motherfuckers is some motherfuckers. They so sick.
Ridiculousness.
You all right over there, Alexa?
Yeah, I am. No, I don't have
this. You can't use to do something.
I don't have Alexa. This is this figure speaker.
Oh, okay.
It's Bluetooth. So I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? And I heard it pairing.
I forgot you still got figures. How's it going?
Just to speak. I don't have the phone.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got fuck that phone.
Listen, we tried.
Yeah.
That thing where we just talk about segregation too. This is just my opinion, but I believe our ancestors got that thing wrong. We shouldn't have been trying to fight for desegregation. What we should have been fighting for is that our shit was equal.
And that there is the lesson now that we got to go through and correct.
Right. Like, you don't want me there, I don't want to be there. Like, I never understood that. Like, I don't have no qualms about Malcolm X or any of the other like civil rights leaders who went that direction. But for me, I just never understood it, because my mind is always saying, why the fuck I'm gonna kiss your ass to give you my money to come to a place that you don't want me to be?
Right. Right. And then pay you to dislike me.
I gotta give you my money for you to give me your ass to kiss.
Right. No, thank you. And that there, this is why we're in the process of having to rebuild our economy, which incidentally, I don't have any spending cash. I need to go over here to this Black Wall Street mall.
I know, I want to go so bad. I'm gonna have to wait till like Valentine's Day. Remember, I told you I gotta wait till like Valentine's Day.
I need to go over here to go see what this is, to see what these black businesses are, and carrying on, so that we can see that this is for all of us who are entrepreneurs and we're trying to get our businesses off the ground.
I was going to say, we need to go as the syndicate anyway to figure out how do we get ourselves in there.
Either in there or create our own, because maybe that may not be our spot.
Okay.
Okay, but just to
see the design.
Right. Just to see how they built what they're working with, so that we can have ideas to build our own structure. Because see, that may not be the spot for us, because that's way out in Tucker, girl. Hey, who coming?
It is in Tucker. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
No, we need to make sure we spend some dollars in the places
where we centralize. You see what I'm saying? Because see, that side of town, it's cute that we have it, but that side of town, I don't know about that side of town. Outside of it being way over in BFE somewhere. Which means that the money that they're making, honey, is going into that economy of that city over there.
Yeah.
Well, that city has grown it has grown in the last probably 8 years. I'm gonna say about 8 years. Has grown into predominantly, you know what I'm saying? It's like the balance of Afro-American businesses have overwhelmed everything, even if it's commercial.
Okay.
Even if it's a franchise, like the Chipotle out there is owned by somebody black. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it has. And you got to remember, HM Dynasty's out there.
Right.
It is.
Okay. And for that strip mall where they're at, for them to allow that to be there for what it is, you see that that's what they're accepting out there.
Right.
And then I know an instrument store. How long has it been since you walked in the store where you actually buy a saxophone for your kids and stuff like that?
Right. I haven't seen a store of instruments outside of Guitar Center, but an actual musician store
one right there in Tucker, not far from HM Dynasty, next door to a black on barbershop.
Wow.
So it's like those things out there popping up like that. And I watched it because I remember when I first got here that I had an incident where I ran over there because nobody really knew us over there in the middle of the night, and I met somebody there in order to figure out what I was going to do because I was being ambushed. You know what I'm saying? And when I was over there, it's like, okay, I know I'm over here. I don't know nobody, and everything around me is looking at me crazy, so I'm watching you too.
Right, dig it.
You know what I'm saying? But now when I go over there, you blend in.
Okay.
But you know what? One thing I think is really important, not to just create new communities, but to be in those communities who have been start to be run down and stuff like that, so that we can start building them back up.
Right.
But they have to have the mindset and be ready to understand this is your shit.
Has everybody? You've been to Duluth? You been to Duluth?
Yeah.
Not in a while.
Not in a long time though.
Okay. When I first moved here, 04. Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
The palm people.
Yeah, the withouts. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay, without melatonin. Okay, all right. Yeah. Anyway, look.
Not the withouts.
The withouts were
That's
everywhere.
a good one. I like that one.
Okay. I looked up, and the doggone the no peripherals came in.
Okay.
And took over the entire city of Duluth. So anything that looked like it was regentrified over there, it was done by their nation. Everything, Duluth, the carpets, the banks, the real estates, the condo communities, the subdivisions, the banks, the car lots, the restaurants, you name what it takes to run a city, and everything over there has no peripheral vision. And I said, did y'all not just see this happen right under your nose?
Up under your nose, baby.
And this is why I say it's going to be important for us to find a place where there's a lot of land. And it's like, even if you ain't got a whole bunch, but if Meech's household buys 10 acres, my household buys 10 acres, Red's household buys 10 acres, Princess get 10 acres. You understand what I'm saying? That's how you build a goddamn community.
And baby, that is going to be the goal. So on that note, my darlings, I know this was a heavy show. Buck was in here. He was like, oh, we need to look on Buck, honey. He said he didn't had a couple of days where it was just wrong for him.
Again,
my road dog ain't feeling well. I'm a little nervous about him.
Baby daddy?
He had something bad. He in New York.
Baby daddy?
Yeah. And things. So
I called daddy today, so he's getting a biopsy on the 14th.
Okay, so we just want to make sure that everybody is moving and grooving and carrying on, and that we getting what we want done.
That thing that you all commented on.
Which one?
That post since we've been on here.
Oh yeah. Who you rebuking?
Remember what I went through Wednesday night in the relevance meet?
Yeah.
Ever since then, everything that was said, everything, including the demon of diamond trying to destroy my house. All of that.
Again?
Oh, it got real. Okay, but through all of that, even just then, I'm going to say one word to you, and we talked about this. Kryptonite out of nowhere called my phone.
Wow.
For what? Meech going to take us the fuck out of here.
Okay. Yeah.
You okay? That's why I was like, who the fuck he rebuking? Look, I love saying it like that. Rebuking. Who you had to rebuke?
To all of you tea sippers, crumpet dunkers, tea brewers, pot stirrers, and tea leaf readers out there, honey, we thank you for your love and your support, honey. If you love us the way that you do, honey, tell all of your friends, honey, to like, subscribe, share, come on up in here, and they could get into the conversation and stuff with us, honey, and do what we do and have fun with us and carrying on. But if you hate us, don't like something that we say, can't stand us, and this, that, and that, you can tell all of your motherfucking enemies.
Every last one.
To like, subscribe, share, and to come on up in here and have some fun with us. Okay? Because everything that we're doing over here, Dishy T Entertainment, Let's Talk Without Nick and Alo Nana, Atlanta Hot Radio, and all of this is the hard way, the syndicate, honey. Okay, doing it the way that we know how to do it, honey, and just everything that we're doing in any way, shape, style, form, or fashion, everything that we're doing will move forward. Look, darlings, we love you. We appreciate you. We'll be back here tomorrow with a new show and carrying on, trying to make sure that we give you guys some information. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more fun. Today, honey, we just had a lot of issues because this race thing is it is a discussion. It's not going anywhere until we deal with it. Now, how about that?
Right.
It ain't going nowhere until we.
Nothing in this world will change until we change ourselves.
Until we change ourselves, honey. Now that how.
And you look like that was all in your spirit.
That was in my craw.
Face. I saw it in your face.
That doesn't touch my breasticles, honey.
Your breasticles. Not like that one hit at the game.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
No, these are mine, honey. Okay.
Let her pee. Let her pee.
Oh, Lord. Wait, matter of fact, Red and me, I'm about to send y'all. When we got back from the game, honey, Liliana done put the step together for the P Riders. I swear to God.
Oh, have mercy.
She was, I don't know what the fuck all that meant, but she was calling it out and everything. I said, okay, I'm going to send it.
All right. Well, on that note, everybody, we're going to say good night, honey. Sing, baby, sing.
Sing.